What do you think of when you hear the word saint? Do you think of a great, fearless leader? Or maybe a really holy priest or nun? Or someone who is always patient and kind? Do you ever think of yourself? Did you know that you were created to be a saint? God literally made you to be a saint. This can be really intimidating to think about. Do I feel holy enough? Is my relationship with God strong enough? The answers to these questions might be yes, or they might not be where you want them to be. We tend to be really harsh with ourselves. So how do we get there? How do we become the saint we were created to be? Here are my 3 steps. Step 1, we should actively examine where we push God aside. We need to look at our lives and pick out the places that we've hurt God. Most of us, when we sin, we don't do it out of a desire to hurt God. Rather, we're trying to find fulfillment, and instead of seeking it in God, we seek it in our selfish desires. Maybe we don't spend time in prayer, and maybe instead turn to things like social media or TV. Maybe we go to Mass every week, but we leave feeling empty or the same because we sit there and plan our grocery list during the readings instead of listening to what God has to say to us. Step 2, we need to actually want to change. And it's the sacraments that can get us there. Change without grace is impossible. And we receive the grace we need in the sacraments, especially reconciliation and the Eucharist. These are God's greatest gifts to us. Step 3, repeat, because we're gonna fall at some point. We fall because we're human. But whatever you do, don't give up. God's love and mercy are so abundant that even if you haven't spoken to Him in years, He's just waiting for the moment that you turn to Him with an open heart. For a while, I struggled with how to pray. I knew that I should be doing it, but I felt like I didn't know the right way to do it. There are so many moments that I felt an urge to run to God, but when I got there, I felt ashamed or awkward because I didn't know what to do. What really helped me is the story of Saint Therese of Lisieux. She is one of 4 female doctors of the Church, which means that she has made such a significant contribution to the Church through her way of life and her writing. Do you know what this contribution is? It's called the Little Way. It's a way to sainthood by approaching God with childlike trust and love. Run to God like a child runs to their parents when they're being picked up from school. Tell God about your day, your thoughts, your worries, your excitements. Tell Him what you're thankful for, what made you sad today. You're not bothering God by telling Him these things. God doesn't always expect us to be some great poet when we recite prayers. You're letting Him into your life, and there is no easy way to your calling to sainthood than to have a relationship with Him.